Hey everyone, Screaming Geek Media here. I am Jerry the Geek. Today we got a 4K review for you. We're going to talk about Animal House. But before we get into that, if you like 4Ks, Blu-rays, DVDs, if you like home theater, movies in general, check out my other videos on my channel because I do these reviews, I do unboxings, collection updates, different discussions. Check that stuff out. Like, subscribe, and turn your bell notifications on. So today we're going to talk about an all-time comedy classic, Animal House. This movie, I grew up with this thing. I've always loved this. It's great. This is an all-time great classic, with John Belushi. Came out in 1978. Also got some other familiar faces. Back then, they weren't well known. So you got a lot of, star power now. But back then, they were nothing. I mean, you got Karen Allen, Tom Hulce, Stephen Furst, Kevin Bacon, very young Kevin Bacon. This is one of his first roles. Donald Sutherland, Bruce McGill, and of course, directed by John Landis. And others involved, one of the writers was Harold Ramis, who brought us Ghostbusters. Ivan Reitman was one of the producers, another one with Ghostbusters. So all around, I mean, all the people that's involved with this movie, are not well known then, but all of them are known now. But yeah, movie, if you don't know Animal House, I'm not sure what rock you've been living under. Dealing with a college scene and this, fraternities, and this particular one called Delta House is just known for the parties and getting in trouble, and it is just freaking crazy. Now, this 4K comes from Universal, came out in 2021. The movie was filmed originally in 35mm, doesn't have a 4K digital intermediate, no Dolby Vision, just HDR10. But very nice overall presentation here. It has a very nice filmic look to it. Definitely a lot of grain here and there. So if you're someone that's not a fan of grain, this might distract you a little bit. But everything looks really good, has some nice details, a depth. It looks really rich. Colors have a nice pop. The military uniforms at the school, the one scene, everything really pops off the screen there. Reflections on his helmet. But, this is not a movie you're going to show off your system with. I mean, even, it looks great, but, to some people, it might not look as good to some. So you just have to take out the grain of salt, what you like. But, very nice job done with the video here. Now, as far as a Blu-ray comparison, there's multiple Blu-rays available out there. Definitely, I compared it with the Blu-ray that came with this, which is actually a remastered version. The Blu-ray is pretty damn good in its own. Definitely a big difference is definitely the color timing. The Blu-ray looks much cooler, where the 4K really, warms it up, makes it a little bit more natural as the colors are really saturated well. A little bit more depth, a little bit more richness to it. So even though the Blu-ray is great, the 4K is a considerable upgrade here. Now for the audio here, they gave us DTS-X and DTS HD Master Audio 7.1. And it's nothing that's going to blow your mind. You're not going to show off your system with it. It's a nice, clean, solid track. There's really, it doesn't have the surround effects like you'll have, this is a comedy, for Christ's sake. So you don't expect anything to blow your mind. Everything's a nice, well balanced. You have a little bit of atmosphere. But usually it's the music that really comes off in all the speakers. But, as far as the dialogue, everything's, front center. But it doesn't sound like an old mono track. Like I said, it's got a nice balance across the front. A nice little subtle sounds. On one scene when they're in the laundromat talking, you can hear a baby crying in the background. I don't remember that before. So a pretty nice solid track here. I definitely am impressed with it. Now for the packaging here, standard key case. I can't remember. I don't think I got this from a slipcover because I got this on sale this last year. It does come with a digital code. We'll give that to you in a minute. As nice, they do give you some new artwork for the 4K instead of just changing up colors. Now for the bonus features here, we have the yearbook and Animal House reunion. Where Are They Now? A Delta alumni update. Then we have Cena Animal House games and a theatrical trailer. But nothing new. This is all ported over from the previous Blu-ray, so that's, nothing new there. So to wrap it up here on Animal House 4K, and we'll go ahead and give you the digital code here. Hit the pause button, leave it up here for a few seconds as I, talk about this, how I summarize this. Now, even though this is a considerable upgrade over the Blu-ray, in my opinion, it is kind of a hard sell because it's a comedy. Do we really need the 4K? The Blu-ray looks, really good. It just all depends on your preferences. How critical are you? Do you have to have the 4K? If you're someone that's content on, older formats, I would say, stick with your Blu-ray if you've got the remastered. I don't have an older Blu-ray to know if there's much differences. I'm sure older Blu-rays I've read are pretty shitty. So if you've got a newer remastered, I would say you'll be fine with it. But if you've got one of the older crappy Blu-rays, I would recommend picking up the 4K because it was pretty damn good. Now, right now, this 4K release is selling for $13.99. There's also a steelbook version that was available. Out of print already. You're going to pay a price. You can see it here. If it's something, if you want to collect, maybe check out the eBay and see what you can find. And also here you can see Universal put out, they got a special line called a Universal Essentials Collection. And they released this as well. And it's selling for $34.99 if you want some other stuff like that. So overall, if you don't have it, I would recommend picking this up. Like I said, if you've got a remastered Blu-ray, I would just stick with that unless you're really critical and you want every little upgrade. So that pretty much does it from a look at the 4K of Animal House. Please comment below, let me know what you think. Check out my other videos on my channel. Like, subscribe, turn that bell notification on, and we'll see you soon. Geek out.